Hi, Scully.
Hi, Ricky.
How you
Hi,
doing?
hi.
I'm good.
Thank you for coming on to the Uncut Show. Welcome, welcome,
Oh, thanks for
welcome.
having me.
No, thank
Thanks
you
for
for
having
being
me.
here. So tell me how you been since the last time we saw you at the awards.
Yeah, I've been really good. Quite busy, just trying to stay busy. Life as well, with the family and stuff like that. Life is just busy, especially in the build
Yeah,
up to Christmas. It's definitely a busy time of year.
absolutely. So obviously, people who are watching right now might not know who you are. So it'd be lovely for you to start. First of all, how should we call? Should we call you Scully, Ricky? What's your name, the comedian name that you're using right now?
So online, I go as the Scully Dad,
Yeah.
Scully
but you
Dad.
guys can call me Ricky because we're all friends here.
What did you say? Call me Daddy.
Ricky.
You can call me Ricky because we're all friends here.
You guys
Ramona.
call me Daddy. Oh, that's right. So everybody about you, like kind of your career, your path that you're on right now.
Started out in social media a couple of years ago. I guess really around the time a lot of people got on the TikTok vibe during the old lockdown,
Yeah.
and just started making comedy videos. Really, stereotypical Britishness. And it's evolved from there, really. Did some acting, podcasting, DJing, just a whole mixed bag of stuff, really. But yeah, I really enjoy being creative and creating videos and trying to make people laugh and smile. So
I'm checking out
that's
your
where I'm.
social media recently. You're doing like these videos, right? Like you go around and I don't know if it's like a Tesco thing. Was it a Tesco thing? I think I watched it.
The
I
one
don't
where I was asking
know.
people in the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so I asked what the opinion of the British public. What's the best supermarket in the UK?
That's right. Aldi.
Aldi. The consensus was Aldi.
Aldi. That's right.
Aldi,
Yeah.
Aldi won.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Like,
I
people
get
love Aldi, especially the middle aisle.
I guess Germany is different because Aldi is obviously the provider of all the German kind of stuff, and so it's little, but here they are not winning.
Oh, really?
No, I
Who
mean,
is
because
it?
German is competitive. I mean, here we have a brand called Rewe, Rewe, and
Oh,
Rewe is like prime kind of prime to like I mean they give you everything. They have Heinz beans and you can't get Heinz beans in any superstore in Germany
So
unless
they're,
you go to
they're, they're
Rewe.
like the Marks and Spencers, aren't they? They're like the Waitrose sort of
Yes, like they have
higher
things
end.
that you want as an international person
yeah.
living here, and you're
Mm.
like, oh my God, I'm craving that cereal, or I'm craving that type of product, and you can only get it from there. But other than that, what would like if you want to compare it to Aldi, there's something called Netto,
Nettle.
Netto, yeah.
We've got a
Netto is
few.
running.
We've got a few
Really?
Nettos around. Yeah, there is a
Netto's.
few
No,
I've
here.
never seen one.
it's yellow,
Have
really
you never
pure
seen?
yellow with red.
Yeah, the yellow Netto with
Yeah.
Never seen
with-
one ever. No.
yeah. I've seen a few.
Feels
I've
like
seen a few.
I'm somewhere else. Okay, so Sky, tell us a little bit about your acting. You said you do a bit of acting because I never thought you did do acting. So tell me about that.
Yeah, so I kind of it was a really weird sort of path into acting. Really, I started doing the TikTok videos, and then somebody said, "Oh, you should do acting. You're really quite funny. You should do some acting." And I kind of got reached out to. I do it with one of my best mates. We do it. We kind of do a lot of stuff together within acting. We all, if one of us goes for a job, we kind of like try and push each other to get on the same set and stuff because you know Ramona from being like on sets,
Rise and fall,
you've
yeah.
done some acting. It can be a long quiet day sitting around doing not
Yeah.
a lot for 10 minutes of action. So we kind of got this call for a short film for Channel 4. They do like the film festival season.
Yeah.
That go around to all the festival, like Cannes Festival and places like that. So I did a little piece for them. And I'm not the sort of person, I'm quite an outgoing person. If you see me at a lot of events and you saw me at the awards, I'm quite a good networker. I'll go out and I'll have fun and I'll chat to everyone because I
So
don't
much
drink
fun.
as well.
Yeah.
I like to just be out there, like living my best life and making the most of every opportunity because, those opportunities might not come around a second time. So
yeah,
I like to go out there and meet as many people. So on the film set, a lot of the extras and a lot of the support actors are all there on their phones all day. My phone was away the whole day and I was talking to everyone. And I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to make the most of this opportunity because this might be the only time I'm ever on a film set.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, the casting director and the producer both like, wow, you're like a breath of fresh air. Look, everyone else is sitting on their phones and you're up here just getting involved, having a good chat. You haven't got sort of like in the celebrities' faces and stuff like that. And I was like, that's just how I am. And then we got sent off for another thing and another thing and another thing. And then we've got on to, I did think about 16 Bengali movies.
No way!
Year.
Bengali!
Yeah.
How?
Yeah,
whoa, rewind. What? How did you get into a Bengali movie? What? You can't speak the language, can you?
I cannot. But
okay.
It was a really weird sort of. I don't even remember how it was. I met somebody on a film set, and they said, "I'm going to do this movie, and they're looking for people. You fit the bill. Why don't you come along?" So I went along, and I got talking to one of the casting directors, and become really good friends. And that's it. I get called. Even now, they phone me up. I'm like, "Are you available at short notice? We've got a speaking role for you."
Oh my god!
So it's really cool. I've made some really good.
But hold on, if they're gonna call you in for a Bengali movie, the speaking role is in English, or do you need
It's
to
in
like
English?
Okay.
But you think? Imagine Bengali movies. They film across the summer. They probably film a good 30 or 40 in and around London.
Wow!
A lot,
because over there they love the interaction with the English and the English cities, and they found that those movies always do better in the cinemas. And so they keep coming back. So yeah, I do those. Made some really good friends with a really big actress. You might have heard of her, Shrabanti.
Yeah.
The best thing about the sets, and this is the thing why I love. I've done English sets now, and I've done other sets. Bengali film sets, they treat you so well.
I bet.
They feed you so amazingly, and the food is always fresh. The food is brought in fresh.
Nice.
It's our culture. So like even as an Indian, Bengali, Tamil, like it's in our culture too. The table must be full. Even if it's work, filming, acting, business, home, celebration, birthday, food.
I love the way everything is on Indian time. I love the way everything is on Indian time as well, because Indian time, lunch is not at lunchtime.
No.
It's a lot later in the day.
I think that's a West Indian thing as well, Scully.
Well, from when I went to Barbados on holiday, I can definitely attest to that.
That's why they call it black time. Yeah.
But honestly, it is. Like you eat lunch around 3 or 4. They literally everything shuts down for food.
Yeah.
But the thing I love the most is they bring a guy literally from India, and his sole job is to make chai all day long.
Oh my god,
Beautiful.
he would be my best. No, Faye, Indian cha is like the thing I have every morning. Like if you have you had it before?
No.
Okay, so when I make it for you, you're gonna be like, and remember, Indian cha can be very different. Some call it chai, some people call it cha. I'm Punjabi, we call it cha. But it's made with certain herbs and fillings, and some make it very sweet, some make it not too sweet. But when you have it, I think if you're very much of a tea person, I think you will replace it with English tea because it's so. Do you like it, Sally? Do you like it?
Oh my days! It's my favorite drink. And you have it in small. You can't have it too much because it's
small. Yeah.
It's like it's the espresso of the tea world.
Wow.
Yeah, like even in Abu Dhabi when I lived there, they have also the Arab coffee and the Arab tea, and it also comes small. I think it has a lot to do with culture. Like we all might be from different cultures, backgrounds, countries, languages, but really, if you look at that side of the world, we have very much similarities with food and
It all comes
coffees
back
and
to
teas,
tea. It all comes
spices.
back to
Yeah.
tea.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, I'm so coming, Scully, to one of your sets. You need to tell me. I'm
Definitely.
gonna fly down because it sounds amazing. Everything, just the people probably would be amazing to be around.
It's so lovely, honestly. The people, I've made such amazing friendships that I will take with me for the rest of my life because of doing like Bengali movies.
I love
Unbelievable
that for
friendships.
you.
What do you do 9 till 5? What is your 9 till 5 job?
So I do social media full time.
Right.
Social media and acting full time. My 9 to 5 job up until last year, I used to work in a primary school. I was supporting children with additional needs through mainstream school.
Wow, Faye,
that was my
down Faye Street.
Yeah,
You know what
so
Faye did?
I've met a couple of people now this evening that are connected to schools. Yeah. I was head of welfare in a school for 30 years.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. And it is a job. It's a very fulfilling job.
Where are you based? London? London, you're based?
Hertfordshire.
Oh, so you know Kieran, do you?
I don't know Kieran. Funnily enough, we only connected tonight on Instagram tonight, and we started chatting tonight.
Because he's from Hertfordshire as well. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm friends with Wilf.
Yes.
We do a lot of. In fact, I'm seeing him tomorrow, but we do a lot of stuff together.
You're in Camden, are you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You around? You coming down?
Well, I'm in London on Thursday and Friday, but Will did tell me that he was there. Wednesday's not a good day because I go and see my parents on Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We've become very close actually.
Nice.
Wilf, and it was all because we had a podcast about mental health, men's mental health, and I reached out to Wilf to come on an episode, and he did, and since then we've just really connected, and I drive up to his house regularly. I mean, we're on the phone to each other pretty much every day.
I love that.
It's funny how things come together, isn't it? It's funny how things happen, but it's been really great. Yeah,
he's a nice guy. He's a good guy.
He is really nice. Yeah, and so he's got so much time for people. Like, and you must know what it's like, Faye, when you walk through the streets of London. When I'm out with Will. How often you get stopped for pictures and he just makes time. He has time for everybody, and it's really nice to see because from what I do, I obviously spend a lot of time at events and things like that, and there are some celebrities.
Oh yeah,
I don't really want to shout them out, but some Love Islanders. Those shows, but they don't always have the time for people that have put them in the position that they're
in
watching the show. So I think you have to give back a little bit, and I think from meeting you, Faye, as well, you guys have that real good connection with the public,
I love the public. I think it's so important, and even if I'm at Liverpool Street and I'm rushing to get the tube or whatever, I'll always stop and say quick pic or whatever and move on, because if I saw Oprah Winfrey in London and she was across the road, I would stop all the traffic and just get her before she goes.
Let's just imagine Faye running across the road. Stop!
And
it's Oprah!
Oh, come on, seriously. Yeah. So,
but to be honest, the most famous people today, they still do it. And they've been doing it for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So anyone new coming off Love is Blind or Love Island or Traitors or Rise and Fall or whatever reality show there is, or actual TV shows or series, I think without your audience, and what the hell is social media about? Social media is all about followers, and these followers are your audience, and these people will one day pay for your lifestyle, because that is why everyone's creating so much content. So the most important thing is,
and it's called social media. It's called social media.
Yeah.
So you have to be social.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, comedy actor, what is like the next steps for you in 2024? How's it looking like? Me and you had also discussion at the show about you kind of doing comedy in Europe. What is your plans?
So my plan is really just to really work on my stand-up comedy, and really get that really honed in, you know, and make that a show that I can take on the road. That'd be where I'd be putting all my eggs, so to say, in that basket. Social media is good. It kind of has that. I think I'm in a lucky position with social media now that I only have to post one video a day as opposed to 2 or 3 a day as I used to. So I'm lucky in the way that I can now schedule my stuff and I can just let it do its thing.
So can you explain that? Can you explain that, Ricky, what that means? Because people are listening to this show and they don't know what you're talking about, because everybody posts stuff on their socials.
Yeah, so in the early days, I was posting on TikTok. Sometimes I was posting 8 times a day, making 8 different videos a day. And Instagram, I was posting 2 or 3 times a day. But that's a lot of content to make. That's a lot of content. You have to come up with all of those ideas.
Yeah.
And you can very quickly burn out doing that. I likened it to like daily vloggers back in the early YouTube days, where they were out vlogging every day of their life. Sooner or later, you need a break. So I decided once I reached a certain milestone, I could take a step back. I only needed to make so many bits of content each week, so that I could have more time replying to comments and interacting with my fan base and follower base, but also have time to work on different projects. So now I make 7 videos a week.
That's still a lot, isn't it?
It's still a lot, but surprisingly, I can do that in one day and then have 6 days free for other projects. So I can make 7 videos, and I schedule those every day. So I do it on a Sunday. I will spend an hour, and I will upload all of my videos. And on a lot of the social media apps now, apart from TikTok, on social media you can schedule all of your posts to go live whatever day of the week, whatever time that you would like. It frees up time as well, so that you can work on those other projects.
But on TikTok, you can draft it in, can't you? You can draft it into the thing, and you can also download an app. Oh God, I forgot the name. It is for scheduling, but it's separate to the actual app, which is a bit annoying. But yeah.
Yeah. So I put all of my videos that I'm going to upload into drafts.
Yeah.
And I prepare all the captions. So when it's time to go live, it literally takes 10 seconds. You open up TikTok, you go to draft, choose the video, and press post, and it's done.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it now. So that gives me now time to really focus on, take a look going into 2024. What do I want? What goals do I want to achieve? Because quite honestly, I overachieved this year. I'm a lot further ahead than I had set my goals to be.
That's really good.
You know, at the beginning,
yeah,
it is, and people always say to you, "Oh, how did you get this number? How did you get this many followers?" And I say this over and over again to people because I've always got time. I like to build people up around with me. I like to bring people. I like to build a community around me. I'm not one of these people that will climb over everyone to get to the top. I feel that if you've got a good support group around you, which is also great for sharing ideas and if you need somebody extra for a video, you've always got people around you. So, but you bring everyone with you. Everybody eats, as they say, right?
Yeah.
And I feel that with that, yeah, I say to them, how did I get here? Imagine if you had a 9 to 5 job and you started at the bottom, but you wanted a promotion. Social media is very much the same. You show up every day, you stay consistent, you put in the hard work, and sooner or later, someone will notice you, or the algorithm will notice, hey, that person's being consistent. We appreciate that because you're coming and drawing people to the app every day. We're going to push. It's the same as a normal job. You just have to stay consistent and show up every single day.
So if you do that one time a week in the 6 days, what do you do? Do you plan ideas? Do you focus on your column or comedy? Like, what is it that, because I mean, to me as a business person, I think 7 days a week is a lot of days. There's a lot of hours in a day. And, you know, I sometimes sleep 4 hours, and, you know, I don't know how my time goes because I do 101 things a day. But for you, what do you do with the 6 days? Do you really just do planning or connect, network, or just focus on comedy?
So weekends, because I do the scheduling, weekends I've now commit to my family. You know, I try and stay off social media at the weekends. I spend it with my family. I've got, you know, kids that are growing up fast, you know, 2 young teenage boys, 2 older children, and my wife. And so I want to spend time with them because my wife works through the week as well. So the weekend is the time where we have together.
Yeah.
So I schedule everything, and then with my stand-up, I practice every day. I'll sometimes I record myself, just time-ins and leaving those pauses for audience interaction, things like that. So I practice that every day, but I'm also thinking of content. So I'm always on my phone in my notes, writing down content ideas. Even if it's just, I haven't got the whole idea, I will write a note to say, idea, blah, 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 work on it. And then I'll brainstorm with other people and we can build a thing. And sometimes that can turn into a series of videos. Sometimes it's just a one-off video. And I also have my notes open that if I think of I can work on a joke for the stand-up, I have time to write that. And then it's just admin-y stuff as well. So it's replying to emails and all the back-end stuff. And looking around for acting work, and because you have to audition for things, and you still have to just because you're in the public eye, you know, because I have a following now doesn't mean I'm going to get given a job. I still have to go and put the work in like everybody else.
What do you want to do in 2024?
So 2024, wow. There's so many things that I could think of that I would like to do. I'd like to travel a bit more. Like you said, I'd like to come to Europe. Definitely want to come to Europe. I'd like to try and do some stand-up in Europe. And then obviously I've got the DJing as well. We're already booked in for 2 festivals, me and my DJ partner, because we're a DJ duo. So we DJ together. Which is great.
Do you do the hosting and he DJs, or do you DJ and host together?
So he does I DJ, but so we both like different types of music, different genres of music. I like very much like garage and drum and bass. I'm very good at DJing those, and that's where I really sort of shine with those. He does like more of the house and the dance sort of stuff. But I'm really good at mic work. I'm put me in front of a crowd, and
I can just imagine giving you my mic behind my DJ booth, letting your boy play, and then you just like going off one. I can literally see it happening.
I just love hyping up a crowd. I love everyone to just enjoy themselves. So
Ricky, as you were talking about your content, and do you see an idea somewhere else and then bring it in and make it yours? Or
sometimes I mean, you only have to go through TikTok and everyone's like,
on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, but I don't use it. I'm on there, but I don't use it. Yeah.
Well, I'm just using TikTok as an example. Same goes for Instagram and Facebook, but people are always saying, "Oh, you've stolen that idea. You've stolen that idea." And I'm like, "Welcome to the internet. Like, nothing is original.
Right.
Like,
Who
truly original."
doesn't steal, dude? Like everyone makes one video, then you see like 6 replicas of that video,
Well,
and that original video didn't even.
That's what a trending video is, right? When there's a trend and people do it. I try not to do the trends. I want to try and be as original as I can.
Yeah.
So if I see an idea, I do come up with a lot of my own stuff, but if I see an idea and I think that's funny, I'm kind of like on American TikTok, so I see a lot of American stuff and I think, well, I could put a British twist on that.
Right.
And change it to make it into a British twist.
Right.
And everyday stuff that I see, like I could walk around the shop and there could be something funny that has happened. And I think, you know what, I could turn that into a video, or somebody will say something to me or send me a picture of something. I think, actually, yeah, that would work if I did this. So that's how I kind of think of my video ideas is general everyday stuff. Try and put my own twist on it. But it's hard. I think it's hard in 2023 going in 2024. I think it's hard, very, very hard to do completely original content. You know, everyone's heard a joke before. Yeah. Sometimes you take a joke and you try and you make it your own with your own.
But what about these other people like Alan Carr and Wanda Sykes and people like that? They're making fresh stuff the whole time, aren't they?
The thing is with those is that they don't write all their own stuff.
Right. You're saying that
they have a team of writers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I would imagine a lot of the time, a lot of the stuff is reused stuff from probably a long time ago, just with a little fresh twist on it. I try and stay away from religion and politics.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get it drawn into anything, because you know that's
no 100%. You're absolutely right, and I very rarely comment on any Instagram stuff that's got that on there. I don't even comment. I don't even like it or anything, because you can't. People take offense. You're right.
Especially recently with all the Gaza stuff. I get a lot of comments. Oh, what do you think about the Gaza? And I'm like, my voice is not educated enough to talk about it. Yeah. So I would rather leave that space for the people that truly have a valid opinion and a valid idea and know what's going on, that could potentially have a better impact than my uneducated voice on it. I don't know enough about it, so I won't comment on it. And that's where I leave it at that.
Yeah, I think you're wise to do that, and just stick to the stuff that you know and you feel comfortable with.
Yeah. But with original content, I mean, you can still make original jokes depending on like what is in the news. You know, on different reports, you can turn like situations into storytelling comedy. So you tell stories about life. So there's a lot of that side of things is quite original, but there are always going to be overlaps of jokes that you might have heard before, but just told in a different way. You've made it your own. And I think that's a skill in itself as well, is you can recreate stuff to make it original to you and the people who are listening, because it will be different when you twist it around, change it around, make it your own. And I think a lot of people are doing that. It's funny because there was a particular thing, a comedy sketch that I did that was made in the 80s, and I kind of thought, you know, with everything that's going on, this would actually be quite funny. And then somebody said, "Oh, Hale and Pace did that years and years ago. Two of the greatest, you know, comedians on TV in the 80s." And I said, "Yeah, it is." I said, but I looked up to those guys. I found their comedy funny, and I thought I would bring a newer twist to the same joke to try and bring back and start conversation. And, you know, pay homage to the people that come before you, because you know, it has to start. Ideas have to come from somewhere. And you've seen something, and you just, it's a way to also remember those that have done really good work before as well.
Absolutely.
It's similar to Ant and Dec. They've looked at Morecambe and Wise. You see some of the stuff that they do and say, you think, because I'm a 60s baby, so I know Morecambe and Wise were terrific at one-liners,
Absolutely.
and Ant and Dec have just probably looked at all of their stuff and just tweaked it a
To
bit.
be honest, inspiration has to come somewhere.
Audience.
Sorry?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a fresh
Sorry,
audience,
Ramona?
yeah. Mm.
It's a continuous fresh audience.
Yeah.
There are always going to be children that have come, you know, once they're old enough, I think you have to be 13 to go on most apps. There are always going to be those kids every day. There's new children or new people or new eyes on social media that haven't seen that stuff before.
Yeah.
So it's always a fresh audience.
To wrap up, Scully, is there anything that you need the people to know? Let them know where they can find you. Any projects we should look out for?
Really just find me on all social media platforms, The Scully Dad, and look out for my comedy in 2024, because I'm coming and I'm gonna be doing it. I'm going to be there.
Fantastic.
I'm going to be in your faces.
No, that's really
can you do something like now? Like, can you like do a little short? I don't know what you would call it. Like, not give me a joke, but
a sketch.
Like an SLL.
Oh, you've put me on the spot. I wasn't prepared. Oh my days.
God, of course you're prepared. Come on.
I'm not prepared. I wasn't expecting to do this. All right. Okay. Bear with me 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, why does this always happen? Everyone always says, "Oh, can you do this? Can you do this?" I can. Oh dear. I thought of a really good business plan the other day, and Ramona, you're a business lady, so you should really value this information. So not only is it to help out society, it's also a good way of recycling. Now, you've seen all these young lads that walk around with their trousers halfway down their bums.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So here we go. Here's a little bit. We're going to take and recycle everybody's unused watches at home. Everyone's got some watches in a drawer somewhere that they don't use that are broken. And we're going to make belts. I told my wife this. She said it was a waste of time.
A waste of time. You know, is that an original? Was that from you?
Yeah, so I saw a picture of a pile of watches, and somebody had said, looking at this picture is a waste of time. It was basically a pile of watches. And I thought, waste of time. I was like, that's a good play on words, because if I turn that joke around and make it into like a belt and change the waste as it's around you, so it's come off the back of seeing something else and a comment on something else.
I love that, Scully. Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate you. You're amazing. We're gonna have a part 2, absolutely, to see your journey grow and unfold in 2024. Once again, thank you. Faye, is there anything you would like to add?
No, I'm just trying to think about that, because when I see my nephew next time, Scully, he wears his trousers like that, I'll be saying the same to him.
I've got a 15-year-old son and he wears them down there as well. So.
Actually, my nephew knows not to come near me when he's wearing his trousers like that.
Just pull him up. Just pull him up.
Love it. Thank you so much, Scully.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Take care, guys. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Thank you.
See
Bye.
you.
Bye.